Dave Ping 243.
Hello guys, this is me, Dave Ping 243, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Coliseum. Last time we, did things and found out a certain something, that being, the term, Shadow Pokemon. And now that we know what these things are, we have to, really fix them up. And Duking has asked us to compete in the next Pyrite Colosseum challenge, which we will do so. So here's what my team is looking like. I did get Quilava's heart gauge down low enough to where you could actually see the nature. So before, the nature was blocked off and you couldn't see it. But now we can see that it's calm, so that's plus special defense. And I think minus attack. Either way, that's not bad. I mean, this thing's a special attacker anyway, so, that's not the end of the world. Either way, though, I still have Mischievous, Quagsire, Noctowl, and all these guys, so I put Espeon in the front because Espeon really needs experience. And I put Flaffy up at the front because its heart gauge is like the highest out of anything in the party. So now we can enter in Pyrite Colosseum, so we will do so. And unfortunately, Rui is not going to follow us in. So anyway, we actually get to fight in a Coliseum, and, yeah. These consist of 4 battles. So, I would cut these battles out, but they are part of an important story event, so, technically speaking, so I'm not cutting them out. Besides, entertaining stuff might happen here. So Barboach and Sandshrew. Both ground types, so that's not good for Flaffy, but I think I can manage. So, Espeon is going to be really good here because it can hit a lot of things hard with, Confusion. Yeah, for example, Sandshrew doesn't really have the best special defense in the world, so... are you kidding me? Okay. Water Gun, that's barely going to do anything. Alright, so I'm gonna switch attack targets on the next turn. Please don't poison me. Of course he would frickin'... Ugh, okay. It's like Poison Sting for the AI always poisons you, and you never seem to poison the AI with Poison Sting. It's stupid, I know. But luckily at the end of each battle in the Coliseum, you get fully healed up and... Yay! Pointless critical hit! I know for a fact that it was pointless. So yeah, at the end of each battle, you do get healed up completely, so it's not the end of the world. And these are a great place to lower the heart gauges of Shadow Pokemon. Just because you are going through a lot of battles, technically. And Espeon grows to level 28. Nice. So, Hunter Hawks, you've been defeated. So yeah, Pokemon around Pyrite Colosseum at this point in the game, they start off at level 30, but then a thing that Coliseum's doing in this game is that, for each battle that you get up further in the thing, levels will get progressively higher, so eventually we'll be facing against Pokemon that are level 34. Yeah, that's kind of scary to think about. But right now we're still dealing with base 30, so it's not the end of the world. So immediately I'm going to go after that Magnemite. Who knows what that Magnemite might have. You'll see this thing's power later on, because we'll be seeing another Magnemite, at least a couple of other Magnetites throughout the game. Because, well, Magnemite has the ability Pure Power, which basically doubles the raw attack stat of the Pokemon. So, not the base stat, not the base physical attack stat, but the actual attack stat. Hidden Power. I hope it's not like a physical type. Oh, ow. Either way, that got a crit. That's painful. Okay, I think I'm going to switch attack targets again, so... No, wait, I need to get rid of that Magnemite ASAP. Because I have no idea what that hidden power type is. And I really do not want to screw up my team. Okay, so... These are the only two Pokemon this Chaser has. That's not that bad. And okay, Flaffy's going into Hyper Mode. So let's use Return on Natu, and let's call Flaffy to lower its heart gauge. Even though we won't be able to fix these Shadow Pokemon up for a little while, getting their heart gauges down as quickly as possible is definitely advisable to do, because at that point you could just have them stay in hyper mode and just, you know, have critical shadow rushes all day long. For the physical attacking shadow Pokemon anyway. Of course, not every single shadow Pokemon is good with Shadow Rush. And yeah, it's like it's like for certain shadow Pokemon you want them to stay in hyper mode, but for others you want to snap them out of it as quickly as possible because they may be special attackers rather than physical attackers. And we got a bandana guy called Vilch. An edgy name. I like it. And he kind of has two edgy looking Pokemon. Electrike and Cacnea. I actually used the Cacnea once. It served me well, surprisingly enough, in Pokemon Ruby. So, let's use Confusion on Electrike and Shadow Rush on Cacnea. Quick Attack looks really cool in this game. But the animation is kind of slow, so speedrunners kind of hate it. Oh, nice! Way to go, Espeon! You're really proving yourself after the beating you got from before. Vulpix, alright. Not so edgy looking, but you know... Vulpix is kind of cool, I guess. And Absorb, really? I know that Cacnea doesn't really learn that many grass-type moves. But shouldn't it have, like, at least Needle Arm or something like that? You know, its signature move? Let's hit that Vulpix on its weaker physical defense. Alright, Cacnea goes down. Very nice. Alright, Shadow Rush. Boom! And that did a little bit over half. Alright, Espeon, finish this off. Are you kidding me? Wow, okay. That was like a sliver of HP. I didn't even know this until it was shown that Vulpix had survived. I'm honestly shocked. And we've reached the final battle. I can't believe I've actually been breezing through these battles no problem. For the exception of that critical hit from Magnemite, this has been very easy. And we got a weird-looking bodybuilder, Mirez. If you've seen Chugga's LP of this game, oh my god, dude, this guy was stupid. Because when Chugga was using his Mischievous, Mirez was continuously attacking it with moves that didn't affect it. And it was just ridiculous, dude. Like, you wouldn't believe how bad Coliseum's AI is, but it really is that bad. And we've regained Thunder Wave, that's fantastic, but I would have preferred Thunder Shock at this moment in time, but I'll just take what I can get. So let's get rid of that Bagon. I think that's like the biggest threat here. And it barely lived. Crap. That probably means it's going to use Bite on Espeon, and that's not good. Okay, Rage. Rage is a terrible move. Weak as hell. Rage was even worse than Generation 1 because it forced you to stay locked. It forced you to be locked into Rage, and if it still happened to miss, then Rage's accuracy would be significantly lower. Like, you would never be able to hit, and you essentially be stuck in a loop until your Rage user was knocked out. So yeah, Rage was really bad in Generation 1, like a lot of other moves. But yeah, enough with the trivia, let's get rid of this Goldeen. And it barely lived. Again! What the hell? Alright, Peck. And Ember, okay. Is there a speed tie going on between Flaffy and Bagon? I'm not able to tell. Future Dave, can you see if there was a speed tie? Because current me, I do not know. Anyway, Magnemite, I don't really have much in the way of hitting it. I guess I could try to go for Confusion, and I'll just get rid of that Goldeen with Shadow Rush. Yeah, not very effective because Magnemite is part Steel, and Goldeen is using Surf. Oh man, that's weak as hell. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Jesus, I know that Goldeen is not a spectacular water type by any means, but jeez, that did almost nothing. And wow, this guy is actually using a Delibird. Yeah, it's like, Delibird is like one of the worst fully evolved Pokemon in the entire franchise. Because, like, its base stats, like, there's nothing that's over 70. I think it has like a base 65 special attack stat and a base 70 speed. Which is just... Like, Delibird is just like one of those Pokemon that I wish that was like better. Because I always liked how it looked. It's a penguin. It's a red and white feathered penguin. And I really like the color scheme on it. It's like Delibird is one of my favorite looking Pokemon, and to see that it's actually pretty horrible is heartbreaking. And even the signature move, which we might see in this fight, is kind of bad. Assuming if it even lives through 2 confusions. I know for a fact that it can live through 1, because technically it's a fully evolved Pokemon. Okay, there it is, present. That's its signature move. It has a 20% chance of healing the defending Pokemon rather than damaging it. Yeah, that actually knocked out Espeon. Let's bring out Quagsire, since Quagsire is actually pretty bulky. I want to see the effect of Present actually healing one of my Pokemon, because that would just be funny. But I don't think... Whoa! Okay. Well, you would have been smart by going after Espeon with that, but, that would have been, completely null and void with Quagsire. But you managed to paralyze my fucking Flaffy with that, and yeah, now you're going to pay the price. Alright, Present, what are you gonna do? Oh my god, dude, and a critical hit on Delibird on top of that. Oh my god, that should tell you guys how terrible Delibird can be. With a combination of its move pool, its signature move, and its base stats along with its dual typing of Ice Flying, oh my god. Delibird's existence is just miserable. Let's actually call Quagsire out of Hyper Mode. I don't think this Magnemite can really do anything to Quagsire. It can only try to go for its electric type move on Flaffy, but it's pretty much down. So yeah, Mirrors wasn't exactly stupid in my LP, but you know what? That present drop was just too funny. Especially considering that Flaffy was actually kind of injured in that fight. So that pretty much only helped me out in the end. So with this kind of competition, you actually get prize money. So we almost get 5 grand, which is nice. Makes up for the amount of money I've been paying for Pokeballs. And also we get a TM, TM06 Toxic. This is a fantastic TM to teach to Umbreon. Which, speaking of Umbreon, I'm going to immediately get it out of the PC. See, like, Noctowl is just so good at being able to, being able to put things to sleep, but I want Umbreon to get experience. So anyway, let's save, and we could go back to whatever we were doing before, with trying to stop bad guys from using Pokemon that are corrupt. And if we go down over to the bridge, this guy will be waiting for us. This is basically the guy that has been handing shadow Pokemon to these trainers that don't know any better. It was basically this guy's way of spreading chaos. Now, fortunately, they don't really know who we are just yet. And they're going to take us to, well, what seems to be a really strange-looking building. Very suspicious. And, oh god, a shiny binder. I have not held a binder since graduating from high school, but, oh god, it's like, that's a memory I really do not want to be reminded of. So, yeah, you get to hear some pretty interesting music. So yeah, they're apparently going to give us a shadow Pokemon. But wait! This one character on the left actually recognizes us. And then that other guy comes to the realization that he brought in the main enemy, and yeah, they're going to try and boot us back out of their place. But now we can see that this guy is called a Cipher peon. And now we know who these guys are. This is the criminal syndicate Cipher. These are the guys that have been making the shadow Pokemon and distributing it to the trainers that don't know any better throughout Pyrite Town. So anyway, this guy has a Shadow Yanma. Of course, Yanma doesn't get better until Generation 4, so you're stuck with a crappy bug flying type. Well, okay, it's not exactly crappy. It does have two really good abilities. And it does have an okay special attack stat. The problem is that both of its typings in Generation 3 are physical based, and yeah, Yanma's physical attack isn't anything to write home about, so anyway, it's level 33, so it's a bit higher in the levels. Alrighty, and now we can see that that these guys are known as Cipher peons. So now these guys have been revealed as, well, the guys that we're fighting against, Cipher. These are the guys that have been giving out shadow Pokemon to trainers that don't know any better throughout Pyrite and causing mayhem in the process. And so this guy has a Shadow Yanma. Not good until Generation 4. So it's one of the members of what Big Clingy calls the Club. So how about we do this? Okay. Supersonic Mist. Now, there may or may not be consistency. There may or may not be an inconsistent team change here because in truth, I kind of screwed up this fight. Basically, this is my second attempt. Why, you may ask? Well, I forgot to call on, I forgot to call Mischievous, which was in Hyper Mode. And I used Shadow Rush, and I obviously got a critical hit and knocked out, Yama with that, so... yeah... You'll see that within the fail stuff. I wonder how many times I've referenced Big Clee so far. This has gotta be like at least my third time I've mentioned him in this playthrough. So, yeah, I was using Uproar. Actually, in my failed attempt, Yama used Uproar on Mischievous, which, that was pretty funny, because, of course, it's the normal type attack, and normal moves don't affect ghosts. So anyway, Yama is kind of locked into using Uproar. And an obscure effect of Uproar is that it basically makes every Pokemon not able to fall asleep during a double battle. So, yeah, it's like, if you want to have like a semi kind of like Vital Spirit or Insomnia, then Uproar is like decent in that regard, but it's not really that strong of a move, and yeah. But since we have Thunder Wave now, I could paralyze that Yama. And for some reason, when a Pokemon gets hit with Uproar in Pokemon Coliseum, it doesn't do its getting hit animation. It just kind of like stands or sits in place when the Uproar animation is hitting the Pokemon. But anyway, we managed to paralyze Yama, and now it's going to be pretty easy to catch. My previous attempt, actually, Yama had a speed boost there as well, so yeah, that's the thing. You can either have that or Compound Ice for its ability. So, it's more preferable if you have speed boost, in my opinion, because that's better for Yam Mega. And really? Well, at least it's fully paralyzed, but what the hell? Okay, maybe that ball was just a fluke. One, Is Yama's catch rate low? Well, it's fully paralyzed again, so, I can't complain about that. Okay, if it breaks out of a normal Pokeball the third time with just one shake, I'm going to assume that its catch rate is low. Yeah, its catch rate must be low. It wouldn't be breaking out these balls constantly if its catch rate was actually kind of high. So, desperate times call for desperate measures, so, Great Ball. And if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. Besides maybe spam more balls. 1, 2, 3. Yanma, get! Alright. If this was Generation 4, Yanma would be very good. Unfortunately, this is still Generation 3 and there's no Yanmega, but I'm getting ahead of myself. What does this bug actually have to offer? Well, as a replacement move, Detect is alright. Detect is basically Protect, but it's usually for Pokemon that cannot learn Protect by normal means. The main difference that Detect has is that it only has 5 PP. Still though, it's good for Yanma when you have a specific ability. Supersonic is decent if Yanma ends up with Compound Eyes, but otherwise it's kinda eh. Sonic Boom is terrible in this game, so get rid of it as soon as possible. And Uproar can be used if you don't want any of your active Pokemon to fall asleep. For level up moves, Wing Attack is sadly the only flying type stab option that Yanma has in this game. Screech can be used to mitigate Yanma's biggest issue. Well, actually attacking with physical attack stat. For TMs, Giga Drain is a nice type coverage option that can heal Yanma. And strangely enough, this Dragonfly can learn the move Psychic of all things. I don't know how it can have telekinetic powers, but I'm not going to question it. And as for abilities, Speed Boost is the better one if you want to transfer this Yanma to a later generation and have it evolve into Yanmega. But if you want Supersonic to be reliable and you don't care about transferring, Compound Eyes might be the better ability of the two. However, it's really up to you to decide which one you prefer. Both of these abilities have their benefits, and that gets me to the glaring issues of Yanma, besides the fact that it can't evolve in this game. Outside of speed, Yanma doesn't have that good of stats. Its special attack stat may be decent, but it hardly learns any good special attacking moves to complement that. What makes it even worse for Yanma is that it's a bug and flying type, which are both physical types in Generation 3. I mean, its attack stat isn't horrible, but it's not doing Yanma too many favors. And, since it is bug flying type, it has a lot of weaknesses, and its defenses are bad. This thing hates rock type moves the most, since it's quad weak to them. Overall, Yanma is potentially good, but it has a good amount of issues that hold it back. Therefore, I wouldn't really recommend this one too much. But if you're looking for a bug type, then I suppose. Well, defeated Cipher beyond Nor. Well, that's what you get for trying to boot me out. So, Duking and his company run in here to see you, to see if you're okay. But how did they know that we entered through here? Who told them this? Yeah, and this is when the truth starts being let out to these characters, and you know they really don't like it. And they mentioned that Mirror B has actually kidnapped a Pokemon, and it's actually Duking's Plusle. That's why Duking wasn't really able to do anything by himself. Because they were holding Plusle hostage. Yeah, of course we'll get Plusle back. Anyway, let's see what this binder is all about. So, we have an Ein file. So, Ein file H is written on the file's cover. Read it? Yes. And it mentions hyper mode. Yeah, we kind of already have seen that. Now that we have not seen. So, basically, if you try to use any move besides Shadow Rush while a Shadow Pokemon is in hyper mode, sometimes, well, more likely than not, they'll ignore orders and either use Shadow Rush anyway, or they might even attack you. Or maybe even attack the opponent's trainer. And also when Shadow Pokemon are in hyper mode, you cannot use items on them. So yeah, we already know about that. So, Shadow Pokemon Lab Chief Ein. So apparently this guy, assuming if it even is a guy, Ein is apparently writing these files in the name of research on these Shadow Pokemon. So anyway, let's heal up and get back into that building. That building's actually called the Pyrite Building, in case if you were wondering. Anyway, back in here, and we see a Chaser here. She will battle you if you approach her. Let me see if I could sneak past her. Okay. Because I want to get to that healing machine that is in the corner. Although I think this roller boy is going to stop us. I'll try to see if I could sneak past. Okay, no, he's just programmed to get up to you if you're anywhere near this doorway. So yeah, roller boy Pike. Now, this is technically the first, quote-unquote, dungeon of the game. Well, actually, this dungeon is separated into two sub-dungeons. This is, like, the first part. You have the Pyrite Building and the other part of the dungeon, which I'll get into later when we do eventually reach it. This is really turning into Chugga Conroy's Mischievous, except it's male. So maybe this is like the son of that very mischievous affection. I don't know, it's like... What the hell? Like, what kind of story is this? Anyway, I might as well stay in Shadow Rush just so I can abuse the critical hit ratio system. So I can more easily knock out these Pokemon. So as you can see, the levels here are a bit higher. But that's not really any much of a concern because they're still pretty weak. And wow, it's kind of shocking that Mischievous is actually the fastest thing on the field. But yeah, that has just been one of many fights that you'll do throughout the Pyrite building and in the other dungeon section. So basically, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut out all these battles, unless if there's actually something funny or whatever happening during said battle. That's because, besides the fact that most of these trainers are required, there's not really much way of story progress going on, so... I'd much rather have, the time to actually go and get to the juicy bits, the story. So, yeah, I think we're good to go. I think I'll save right here and then, get going. Although I think I probably did just save before. So I don't know why I just did that. I guess I'm just a bit of a pansy. So I guess I'll just go and cut away now where I could just like face against these trainers one-on-one. Because we have an entire hallway of them. Alrighty, that's Trainer 1 down, so, Trainer 2. Alright, that's Trainer 2 down. And I have to go heal. Trainer 3. Alrighty then, and, let's kind of change up the party a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. And face against this guy. Wow, okay. That's going into it doesn't affect Mischievous counter. Alright, we found 5 Great Balls. Jesus. I will definitely take those. Dude, that's like a steal. And I need to heal up again. Alright, let's head upstairs. What will we be seeing here? More trainers. So, here comes the next one. Oh! We just unlocked Flame Wheel, that's good, but, I need to get Quilava out of, Hyper Mode first. Meanwhile, let's use, Shadow Rush on, Doduo. And I like Doduo's getting hit animations, just like, I'm trying to stay up. It's like Doduo's trying so hard not to fall over. I mean, Quilava's kind of like that as well. Wow, Comet Punch is like really weak. But yeah, now we can use Flame Wheel on Ladybug. And let's Shadow Rush the Swablu. Alright, no one KO, but that's perfectly fine. What's the Swablu going to do to us? And wow, you lived? What the hell? You trying to use Tackle on Mischievous? You see what I mean when I say that the AI in this game is, weird and dumb? Oh my god. This is turning into Chugga's LP, I swear. Like, I keep saying, like, this is turning into Chugga's LP because stupid things are happening, just not as frequently as his Let's Play. Oh my god, dude, that's going in the... That's staying in the video. So anyway, let's get a move on. Next trainer. Alright, excuse me while I heal up again. Alright, continuing on. So, next trainer. Really? That horsey has Dragon Dance? I don't even know what kind of physical moves Horsey even knows. Besides maybe Tackle. Okay, ow, that kind of hurt. I just want to get rid of the Sand Shrew. Yeah, your stupid water gun. This should really teach you to go and actually buy healing items, but we only really have access to super potions at the moment. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Quagsire, don't let me down. Well, crap. I guess I'll switch Lava out. Alright, yeah, take that, you stupid horsey. And yet another trainer down. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said that you had to fight against a bunch of trainers in rapid succession. Basically. And there's still another one waiting for us, and we need to heal. Rui, get out of my way! This is probably gonna end up to be like a long-ass episode, but you know what? I don't care. Pyrite building is kind of, monotonous to go through, so might as well shove it in to be in the same episode as the Pyrite Colosseum, since these two things are interconnected with one another. What's in here? Okay, I'm glad I checked in here. One revive, that is going to be very useful. It does what you think it does. It revitalizes Pokemon from fainting. And I think I'm good on the team right now, so we have yet another trainer to deal with, a bodybuilder. So, ooh, Cacnea. Okay, I respect anybody that uses a Cacnea, because I do like Cacnea and Cacturn quite a bit. I know it's a slow grass type with paper thin defenses, especially defense, but come on, dude, you can't deny that Cacturn is cool looking. Ow, that hurt quite a bit. Why must you make me go back and heal after every fight, game? Okay, now we're back fully healed up, and now we're ready to go up to the top part of this place. And as you can see, there's a guy standing here, but how about we go over here, actually? And we see Silva in trouble. We gotta do something. And one of these peons are going to fight us, so let me see, she has a Remoraid and a Spinnerack. And surprise, surprise, she has a Shadow Pokemon, and that's Remoraid. Now, the thing that sucks about this Remoraid is that it's only level 20. Yes, only level 20, so do be extremely careful when trying to damage it. I personally recommend not even damaging that thing at all because it's that frail, and yeah, I don't know why they put a level 20 here after you've dealt with multiple 30s and even some 33s. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, I'm going to use Thunder Wave on Remoraid so that I can at least try to catch it within, like full health, because, again, I do not want to be damaging this thing in the slightest. So, wow, you're using a Love Disc? Seriously? One of the worst Pokemon ever. So, yeah, Remoraid will just damage itself with, Shadow Rush, so don't even think about just trying to attack it, just paralyze her or something. That's going to make things a lot more, that's going to make things a lot less of a headache for you. So I'm going to use Confusion on Love Disc, and, I guess I'll try throwing a Great Ball at Remoraid. I don't know how well this is going to go. But, you know, I can at least hope that this actually catches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, not quite. Maybe if it damages itself a little bit more, I could get it with a Great Ball. But besides that, I'm not going to be doing any damage to it myself. Nice, Espeon! Showing that Love Disc who's boss. Okay, good, it's using Shadow Rush again. Something I actually wanted to do. So let's use another Great Ball and hope that this actually goes well. I almost got it within that first ball, so that tells me that I can catch it within the second ball. 1, 2, 3. Remoraid, get! Alright. Remoraid is an interesting case as far as Shadow Pokemon are concerned. Because it's only level fucking 20! Oh my god, if this thing was level 24, then this probably would have been one of, if not like the best water type option in this game. You may not initially think that a fish like Remoraid is strong, but when it evolves into Octillery at level 25, it becomes an excellent attacker. Sure, it's slow, but it also has at least serviceable bulk to support its offensive capabilities. Speaking of offensive capabilities, did you know that Octillery's design was inspired by that of an artillery cannon? Well, I mean, it's in its name, so it's kind of obvious. However, Octillery's Japanese name, Akutank, implies that it's supposed to be a tank specifically. Remoraid's starting moves are pretty damn good. The replacement move is Bubble Beam, as it's the best single targeting water type move that you'll have access to here. The only move that is kind of a dud in the starting moveset is Lock On. It's not bad per se, but not being able to abuse moves that are like 50% accurate with Lock On in this game makes the move itself not too great. Psybeam is a great type coverage option. That is until you get the TM for Psychic. The same thing for Aurora Beam. There's really nothing for me to complain about with this Remoraid starting moveset. It's just that minor nitpick with lock-on. For level up moves, Remoraid will get Octazooka at level 25 as an Octillery, its signature move of sorts. Octazooka has the same power as Bubble Beam, 65, but it only has 85% accuracy. The potential upside is that Octazooka has a chance of lowering the target's accuracy by 1 stage. So it's kind of up to you if you think it's worth it to use Octazooka over Bubble Beam. Personally, I prefer Bubble Beam since it has 100% accuracy and it has a chance of lowering speed. And if that was enough for you, then at level 54, Octillery will learn Ice Beam and it might just save yourself from having to use the TM for it. That is, unless you want Ice Beam on it as soon as possible. For other notable TMs, you can get Blizzard for more power. I don't have Flamethrower listed here, mostly because it took up too much room on the bio itself. However, that is a move that I do indeed recommend. Fire Blast, Psychic, and Octillery also gets Sludge Bomb if you want to hit grass types on the physical side. As a Remoraid, its ability is Hustle. Hustle increases the power of the user's moves, but it also lowers the accuracy of them. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Upon evolving it to Octillery, it gets Suction Cups. This will never be useful in single player, let me just tell you that. However, in multiplayer, Octillery is an absolute godsend in Baton Pass focus teams, since it can't be forced to switch out with moves like Roar and Whirlwind. To end this bio off, I have to go into one of the Achilles heels that Remoraid has. Its level. Like I stated before, this thing's only level 20. And we won't be able to fix it up for a while still. That's a problem. If you could just get past that, you'll have one of the best water types to use here in the form of Octillery. Overall, if you don't mind grinding this Remoraid up later in the game, then it could serve you very well with its power and great move pool. Like, yeah, point of advice, just do not damage that Remoraid yourself. Just use, like, Thunder Wave or something, and your sanity will be kept in check. Well, your Pokemon couldn't muster a thing because, well, your Shadow Pokemon specifically was level 20 for some reason. And yeah, the other peon is actually going to fight you, so let's go. So Mantine and Apom. So both Johto Pokemon, so either one of these two could be a Shadow Pokemon. And the Shadow Pokemon is Mantine. Makes sense, because we just caught a Remoraid, and now we're going to catch a Mantine. So yeah, Mantine is a very specially defensive beast. It has a lot of special defense. So I don't feel afraid in the slightest just using special attacks on it. Don't know what that was about. But yeah, that Confusion barely did anything at all. That should tell you how high of a special defense stat Mantine has. It's also not too bad at special attacking itself. It has Bubble Beam, which is sadly one of the best water moves it has access to. And I don't know what's going on with the frame rate, dude. What the hell? think it might just be better off trying to chip Mantine down with Return, because of the fact that Confusion did so little. And let's Thunder Wave the Mantine as well. Oh god. That was close. And Espeon flinched. Oh no. If it gets hit with Bubble Beam, I'm going to be pissed. Okay. Again, that should tell me to go and buy actual healing items from the shop. Guys, we might be witnessing a bloodbath on our side. Yeah, Astonish. How is that Apom outspeeding Espeon? Well, I guess we should go with Umbreon then, because we need something that can actually not be affected too much by Astonish. And good, Mantine's fully paralyzed. So let's chip down Mantine with Secret Power, since the Apom isn't really a concern to us anymore. Unless if it KOs my Flaffy like that. Okay, yeah, even Secret Power doesn't really do anything. And nice, fully paralyzed again. So yeah, let's give that Apom its just desserts because it's been annoying the hell out of me. And the way to do that is by hitting it with a critical Shadow Rush like this. Boom! That's what you get for messing with me. That's what you get for knocking out multiple team members of mine. And, oh boy, a Ferret. Not Shadow, though, so... Yeah, I guess I'll chip down Mantine with Bite at this point, since it's getting quite low. And I'll use Shadow Rush on Ferret. Defense Girl. That's not really going to matter since critical hits ignore defense boosts. And maybe I could do the Paraflinch kind of thing on Mantine. But Mantine only has a catch rate of 25, I believe, so this is probably the hardest thing we're going to try to snag so far. So yeah, we might be here for a while just trying to snag the Shadow Mantine. Whoa, okay! I'm not taking any chances. Let's try to use a Great Ball on that Mantine. Because otherwise, we might have a failure, and I really do not want a failure at this point. And oh great, Yama. Okay, flinch, thank god. Okay, so let's use a Great Ball on that Mantine right now. And just get it off the field before it could faint. And let's Shadow Rush the Yama. Now, this ball could still entirely fail, because catch rate of 25, not easy to catch. Yeah, still broke out on the first shake. Okay, Sonic Boom, that always does 20 damage. Not really that good. I mean, in early game it's fantastic, but here though, not so much. Like, the early game in other Pokemon games, like, it's really good, but in this game, it's never good. Let's just go for a Great Ball again. And I guess we could call Quagsire. So, please catch Mantine. You know what? This is probably the reason why they gave you all those Great Balls, because of this thing right here. 2, 3, Mantine get! Okay, that was actually easier than I thought it would be. First Remoraid and now Mantine. I feel like we're going by a pattern here. Eh, whatever. Mantine is a water and flying type, making it automatically stand out from the other water types so far. Also, you may have noticed that this thing's special defense stat is huge. Not just huge, it's a whopping 140, making it an absolute special tank. Like, this thing is hardly ever going to go down to any special attacks. Just make sure not to get hit with any electric-type moves. Mantine hates those. Going into its starting moves, Wing Attack isn't great, but it's sadly the only bit of flying-type stab that it'll ever get here. Supersonic is somewhat good on Mantine, since it is bulky on the special side, at the very least. Bubble Beam on Mantine is great, and Takedown is not very good. For level up moves, Mantine gets Water Pulse at level 43, but it's not quite as powerful as Bubble Beam. The main reason why you might want Water Pulse is because it has a chance of confusing the target. And Confuse Ray at level 50 is a strict upgrade over Supersonic. As for TMs, Ice Beam and Blizzard are really the only ones I have listed here. You can put Toxic on it if you like, but I think Mantine's special attack is good enough to carry it. For the abilities, it's really up to you to decide. If you have Rain Dance, Swift Swim turns Mantine into a potential sweeper. And if you have Water Absorb, it's good for healing up. As you can see, Mantine's HP stat is only 65, so personally I like Water Absorb more. But you really can't go wrong with either ability. Overall, if you're still looking for a good water type and you decide that it wasn't worth it to raise Remoraid, Mantine might be a better addition to your team. Especially since it starts out at level 33. Just make sure to steer clear of any electric-type Pokémon. Ultra Super Fire Dash. Alright. Anyway, we saved Silva, and, he's still hurting. And yes, we do know Duking. And right here, we actually get to meet Mirror B face to face once more. So yeah, the first time we met Mirror B was back in Phoenix City, in the mayor's house, but now we see him again through this screen. So Mirror B says come to the cave, and you'll understand where this cave is soon enough. That's actually the second part of this dungeon, believe it or not. But, before we leave this room, there is actually another binder here. So yes, there's multiple Ein files. So yes, this is another Ein file. So Ein file S is written on the file's cover. Read it? Yes. Shadow Pokemon. Yep, we already know about that bit. Yep. Rui's the only, person that could see this aura. So, there is a shortcut leading back down to the bottom of Pyrite building. Which I will utilize. It's just that, we're pretty much, like, done with this episode, dude. This episode's been going on for, I'm pretty sure, like, forever, so... Guys, that's going to do it for me. So, next time on Pokemon Coliseum, we will enter through this cave that, Mirror B has mentioned. And see if we can find him and, you know, get Plusle back. See you guys then. So yeah, wow, okay. Really? This is turning into Chugga's LP, I swear. Why are there a lot of stupid things happening? Okay, at least I'm not getting... It doesn't affect Mischievous moments nearly as often as Chugga did. Like, this is like only, I think, the second time that this happened, so... But that's only because I haven't been really using Mischievous that much so far. Actually, crap, I should have called Mischievous. It's going to get a critical hit, that's not good. Ah, no! Oh, that's going in the fail pile.